Jeremy says it better be 2 Super Bowls or it may cost Brad his job. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, Jeremy. You're normally so spot on. I don't know what happened to you today. There's something in the Kool-Aid you're drinking today that are you kidding me? Brad Holmes isn't going to lose. He could murder someone right now and probably not lose his job. He's crushing it so hard. But I understand what you're saying with it. You're saying in 2 years when we can't sign everyone because of this deal, because we've got one of those big quarterbacks that are hamstringing the team with their contract, that we won't be able to keep that going. But look, Jeremy, you know more than anyone I know, in fact, that how Brad Holmes has built this team with a fluid salary cap and nail in the rookie classes. If they just keep falling in succession, Jeremy, I don't see how you could see Brad Holmes loses his job. If you have to let Penei Sewell walk in 2 years, if you have to let Amon-Ra walk in 2 years because you built this thing, if you've got a Super Bowl under your belt, who cares? Well, then every team with a long-term second deal QB should get 2 Super Bowls, right? No, not right. Not Joe Burrow, because they let too much of the team get away. They didn't build in the draft. Not the Rams, because they gave away all their draft capital to win one. No, this team, Ken, not every team, but this team and this quarterback and this contract is what we're saying. These Detroit Lions, for them to go out on a limb and, like Russell said, plant their flag, hitch their wagon to Jared Goff.
No, Goff is an elite distributor. He knows this offense. He built this offense with Ben Johnson. And, I mean, they won the division title with this offense. And all of these guys are young. Goff is now signed through 2028. And it doesn't mean that Hendon Hooker becomes just like this piece of trash. What's been the topic of conversation for years is who's going to play backup quarterback? What happens if Matt Stafford goes down? What happens if Jared Goff goes down? What you have in Hendon Hooker is a 4-year contract that goes right along with Jared Goff's contract. And you have a quality starter, and you're developing a quality backup that may have some value down the road when it comes into the final year of his deal in 2027. I mean, people act like because he was an older quarterback that he's going to turn into this ancient guy. I mean, he's going to be 29 years old with 3 years of NFL coaching. I'm talking about the quarterback position. Now the Lions have a starter locked up that knows the offense, went to an NFC championship, and you're developing a quarterback that's on a 4-year deal right alongside your quarterback. You are committing not only to Jared Goff, but Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell and Hendon Hooker and Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta. Now you have top 3 offense in the NFL will be here for the next 4 years.
Absolutely. And it all starts with that offensive line, with a couple of choices in the draft to bolster that up. Kevin Zeitler coming in. I don't see a reason why Brad Holmes would be in jeopardy of losing his job for signing Jared Goff to a $53 million contract.
Who said that? Did I miss that comment?
Jeremy B says that this could be the deal that cost Brad his job. Why? Well, that's okay. You're entitled to hate it. Half the internet's on fire with people who love it, and half the internet's on fire with people who hate it. And I get both sides. What do you got, Russ?
I'm indifferent about it because I wanted to know what Brad Holmes thought, because Brad Holmes is like the coolest dude in the world. He's Denzel Washington to me, baby. I mean, you're talking like he's the coolest cat in the room. He's got all of these draft picks that he's picked that are on this team that are just locked and loaded and ready to go. And he made a commitment to Goff. He backed up the Brinks truck. He paid out $212 million. I mean, it's okay. I mean, if he believes in that, I mean, was it Goff's fault that they didn't go to the Super Bowl? No, I can't go back to that game and go, oh man, that Goff, he just, folded under the pressure of the NFC Championship. No, he didn't. They understand that. They understand that the Goffense, Ben Johnson is probably here because of Jared Goff, somebody that he can trust to run his Goffense, to distribute the ball. Maybe we don't want a guy running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Well, did they overpay for Goff, though? Ken Doby says, did you overpay? Probably.
I mean, yes, sure. He's next. He's next. Welcome to the NFL, baby.
That's what he says. Isn't that the way of this league at this position right now? But I just don't agree with it. The percentages don't say that. The percentages are the same.
So what's going to happen here is, Jared Goff signed his contract, right? And then for about 6.5 minutes, he's going to be in the top 5 quarterbacks. And by this time next year, 5 or 6 quarterbacks are going to sign their deals, and they're going to eclipse Jared Goff's deal. Actually, we should be happy that he was the first of the ones to sign, that he didn't sign after Tua and Dak, and these other quarterbacks are going to sign their deals.